So Lirandzu, it's all about an opportunity that has come up for Mkuseli Apleni, and it's not anything sinister that happened that led to him leaving. Is that the message?
Well, it seems that's the case, Tulas. The outgoing DG telling me, actually, before the press briefing started, that he will be joining the banking sector, and of course confirming that in that briefing, saying that he will be he'll be joining Discovery Bank from the 1st of August, saying that it was an opportunity, one of many, as we understand, and he decided that he's going to part ways with the department after almost 10 years. And it was quite interesting to see the present Home Affairs Minister Malusi Gigaba really singing the praises of the DG, talking about the successes, some of the successes that the department was able to attain under his leadership. Just to name a few, Tulas, we know, and some of us are the owners of this new barcoded, or rather the smart IDs, and of course it was under his leadership that the department was able to turn around his identification document system. We also know that he was part and parcel of the team that was assembled to look into the movement of people, especially of these soccer fans that flocked to our shores during the 2010 FIFA World Cup. But more than anything, he was there during the just the cleaning up of the national registry, which of course saw that children had to be registered within a period of 30 days after being born. So it was quite clear that Mkuseli Apleni was everything but incompetent. Yeah, and
Lirandzu, it's very interesting from a messaging and a public relations perspective that the Minister of Home Affairs felt that, before this story is confirmed, of course we had it a bit earlier on here on ENCA, but before it is actually publicized in the way that it was, he needed to be sitting side by side with this DG and singing his praises. And this is important given that just last year we saw Mkuseli Apleni sort of fighting for his survival when he was facing that situation of suspension when Lirandzu Themba was minister.
Well, there's no doubt, Tulas, that Apleni has been a hands-on DG. I mean, from my experience covering the different national departments, I've never seen a DG so hands-on, so media-friendly, and so in tune with all the nitty-gritty of the department's runnings, where it be financial or operational. So it was obviously not a surprise, really, to see Malusi Gigaba sitting side by side Apleni today, obviously telling us about what a good work that he's done, even telling us the fact that when he was not in the department, when he was at the helm in Treasury, Malusi Gigaba told us that he was actually fighting for Apleni when he was suspended by the then Home Affairs Minister Lirandzu Themba. We know that that ruling, or rather that suspension, was overruled by the courts because of the fact that she did not have the jurisdiction really to suspend him. But it was also quite interesting to note that Apleni not only worked with Malusi Gigaba and Lirandzu Themba, but also worked with Ayanda Dlodlo, as well as the former Home Affairs Minister So he has really been through the waves of the department. I mean, He was brought in there to basically bring the finances into order, and it's exactly what he did, and even more.
All right, let's talk about the process to find a replacement. We know that the position of Director General is not an easy one, because that person is the administrative head of the department and has to sort of keep in check the political head of the department while getting work done on a day-to-day basis. What is Malusi Gigaba saying about finding a replacement?
Well, Malusi says that, or rather Gigaba says that it is top of mind and top of priority that he does find a replacement for that vacant position. Now, he does say that it's either one of two things. They're going to have to open it up for a process where people can apply for that job, or they'll have to look into other departments and see if other DGs are willing to join the Department of Home Affairs as a DG. He does admit and acknowledges that it is a top task ahead of him, because he speaks of a diligent public servant who served the department quite well, someone who worked until 4 a.m. in the morning sometimes. So he does say that if it is gone to that process where they're going to have to look for other people through an open process, it may take another 3 months, but we are expecting to us that in the next week or so there will be an announcement of an acting DG, because we know that Mkuseli Apleni's last day is on the 31st of July. So we are expecting that the department will really be looking into finding a replacement, but we don't have to hold our breath just as yet, because as we understand, the process is quite rigorous and it could take a while.